Chance and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited, and you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
And the ball is free on the pitch. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Finds his man, it's Peoples. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Got his man on the right. There he goes. Wide open spaces. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He'll keep it himself. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They're working that left side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he added the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, he'll throw it. The short hands, it's Moss. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
A&M comes back out with another first down. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got a chance. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Caught near the sticks. It's Moss. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Creates a little space. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Give to the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free. But the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Would have just been a 49-yard field goal try, but they're hungry for touchdowns, so they'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. You see a defensive lineman come up with a play like that, make the sack, they start building some momentum to impose their will up front.
Man, there ain't nothing better than getting a stack. That's what you keep track of on defensive line. You're like, yeah, I already got one. You start keeping a tally of how many you can get.
He hurls one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. That was not a great throw. I'd even call it ungood. tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that
Fires deep toward the end zone. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Aggie. A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Downs. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. Turning it on. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Sayin. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
This offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. The Buckeyes get enough for the 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliche.
Oh, he's got some space. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
That's a great job getting the 1st down by that guy. He is a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the move. Ernie on the Jets. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, but he just decided to take off.
The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Quickly out to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Concepcion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Reed. Makes the catch, it's Concepcion. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He wants to change this route. Going up top again. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they've dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Punt is on its way. Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. And down he goes back at the 3. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Peoples. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. 3 receivers to the right. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, going up top. Looking for a deep man. He's got another 25. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He caught it. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Waning seconds of the 1st half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Going for the big play. Snags it inside the 20. They'll immediately call timeout.
That's good for Fighting Texas Aggies.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the 1st half, they'll try to kick a field goal. down the boulevard. And they go back on top. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Making side adjustments here. On the option. Makes it past the marker. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense gets it done this time, perhaps taking away a little of that bravado that this quarterback has shown running the ball.
And when you see it, you kind of get accustomed to it. You get used to the speed. You get used to the option and what you want to do to try to defend it and how to mix up the looks. Nice job mixing it up a little bit and getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground.
He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
Touchback? We don't want no stinking touchback. Here he comes out of his end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. It's a running room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Great place to start for this offense. To the air, it's Reed. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Quarterback keeper. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Snap it to the back. He's in open space downfield. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to pound their way in. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Caught in the backfield. It's Concepcion. Touchdown, The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Downs. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A strike downfield. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got
all out of space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This crowd knows when to bring it. Makes the grab on third. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, looking to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quick completion to the right. He's loose. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Running into the open space. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looking for a man. It's Reed. Setting up the screen.
I like the idea of calling a screen there on third down, but give the defense tons of credit. Making the tackle and now giving themselves a chance to get off the field.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Throws to the wideout. Converts on fourth down. Still going. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Wants to go up top on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
You know, the defense just hasn't seemed to quite have an answer. They've come close to interceptions like that one there, but they haven't registered any so far. They've given up a few touchdown passes. They're just not quite able to make the plays they need to against the pass in this game.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They are set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
I like the idea by the quarterback. He wanted to attack the middle of the field. He found his open guy. The receiver's just got to be able to make a play for him.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go back to the air on second down. Right on target this time. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Caught behind the line. It's Donaldson. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Buckeyes will snap it on first and 10. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Catch in the middle, it's Tate. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink. It is hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in second and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
Under fire. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. They want to throw it. Oh, he's going to pass it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Gets it across the 20 to the 21 and not... What he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The give on the option. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Might as well stick with him. Trucks through the defender. Rumbles ahead for a pickup for 5 to the 29.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Crosses to 40. At the 45 on his way. Breaks away on the left. Touchdown Seminoles. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Back to pass, it's Knight. Makes the grab on the left. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a line.
Hits a seam wide open. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll run it from the gun. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got it behind the line. It's Singleton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Goes to the option. The pitch. Runs for the tackle. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
He's going to run it. Quarterback gets the first down and more. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looks as if he's going to run it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Blackwell. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Hand off to the single back. There he goes! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Creates a little room. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback in the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big pass.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Buys a little time. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Coming out with it, it's Simmons. And the returner is stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in, it's Fields. Great move, now he's got room. Big pickup on that one, they'll mark mark him out at the 40.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To throw, it's Knight. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the Dome. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Singleton. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that
Unleashes one deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Quickly complete. Wide open spaces. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Auburn to the line in a hurry. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone. It's Webster. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They go to the wide receiver screen. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Copeland. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And I tell you what, when the offense doesn't show a threat to throw the ball to certain guys, it makes it a lot easier to defend. I like it when you slip in a little pass to the fullback where he can get some yards after the catch, have a nice positive game for your offense.
From the gun, running back gets the give. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll try to get outside. Turning it on. Oh, he's got some space. Inside, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off in style with a 47-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Possession from their own 20. Off play action on first down. Makes the grab. It's Frazier.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right, everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight though, and you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Finds a little space. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Man, interesting play call on third and long. I think we're thinking pass, and which matchup do they try to exploit? And they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully. Small gain.
Deep shot for the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the play fake. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Gonna look downfield again. Quickly complete. And that's a live ball. Defense falls on the ball. Gonna be a turnover.
Good teams find ways to win and bad teams find ways to lose, and that's an example of that right there. You need a touchdown to tie or take the lead here in the second half. You've got a golden opportunity down in the red zone. You just can't put it on the ground.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Makes the grab. It's Lucas. Open space at the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Not much feels better to an offense than to get some breathing room with an explosive play like that. Now 1st and 10 from the 39. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Going for it all. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown Seminoles! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this
this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
27.